Hey, what is up, everybody? CV Breach coming back with the Summerslam edition of Total Divas. Total Divas has been gone since September, and honestly, I didn't think I missed this show as much as I did. I love this show. It is at one point, I can remember it being the highlight of my week of wrestling activities. But this was a very fun show. I think it meant a lot to me to watch this show because of how much I was involved with everything that was going around this episode, with it being based around a Monday Night Raw edition of, I guess, a Monday Night Raw, an edition of Monday Night Raw from Sacramento, my hometown where I live. They shot downtown at one of the hotels where I met Josh Matthews. A different time. They did this taping of Monday Night Raw was the same taping that I did the Doritos thing with Alicia Fox, Dolph Ziggler, and the Bellas. It was the same day. I was so surprised because how many times I saw the Bellas in different clothes that day. I mean, it seemed like I can't even imagine what size bags they have when they travel around, because it seemed like just for this one episode, when they showed stuff that was shot for Monday, I think I counted them in 3 to 4 different outfits. The fourth one wasn't on TV, but it was the one that was in the commercial. They were wearing their red sparkly ring gear. Who changes that much in one day? I have no clue. But basically, it was cool to see them show what was going on around town. Most of the time when like the Kings play on like a big TNT game or Monday Night Raw, shows something in town to show the setting of what the scene looks like. They just show basically a shot of Arco Arena, which I always think is pretty stupid because they don't ever show any fans outside, because obviously all the fans are inside. But to me, if I wanted to show the hype about how big a situation was going down at this arena, you would want to have some fans outside. If you're like kayfabing it and you're showing it earlier when fans are filing into the arena. But I would just try to get some sort of a buzz, like, this place is so sold out, there's people standing outside trying to get in, just to, feel a piece of the magic of what's going on inside. It's always just basically the shot of the arena. They might as well have shot the day before and nobody's out there. But, it was cool to see Old Sacramento, the Tower Bridge, the Capitol, the streets of Sacramento, as Ariane was driving her car. She got into some sort of she almost went to fisticuffs with somebody who called her a bitch because she didn't like the way they were driving. She had a little bit of a road rage situation. Mr. Uso's in the back seat looked like he was heavily just embarrassed, and I don't know. I think that Ariane is more than likely going to be a big focus of this, piece of shows that they're going to be doing in the next, couple of weeks. I think the rise of Eva Marie. I think Ariane becoming more of a character that I think that they want to show on TV, the way that she comes off, even though she might not have everything that comes off great in the ring. I think that she's going to be a character they like using, especially with her having these deep conversational talks with her mom. I think Tweet of the Night goes out to my Click 30 buddy Ravi for saying save your emotional bullshit, basically for going on the Maury show. But basically, once they moved down to SummerSlam, it was fun to see all the SummerSlam activities. I've made 1,000 videos on this channel about you guys going to SummerSlam, about how cool Access is. I will never miss another Access. I mean, it was freaking awesome this year. It was way, way cool. Hopefully everybody saw what goes on down there and make sure that you want to be there in the future. WrestleMania is one hell of an event because everything basically merges around WrestleMania and leeches off, trying to get every wrestling dollar you can. You can go out and see different promotions. You can go to different autograph signings. There's almost something going on 24 hours a day for you to go see. And SummerSlam doesn't really have that. But the way SummerSlam Access is 10 times better than a WrestleMania Access. There's less people. There's more things to do. It's easier to get the VIP guys. I mean, hopefully just, the minute or two they showed of Access and what it is, with it being different because it's outside, where they shut down the streets. Very, very cool. very, very awesome. Make sure that you guys can mark on your calendars for next August to be there. They had this subline story of basically Trinity being in the ring, wrestling around with Natalya, and Trinity hits some sort of a move on Natalya, and Natalya takes a piss in the ring. She has a little bit of a leakage problem, and she gets heavily, very embarrassed. Word gets around to all the girls in the locker room. She feels like everyone's making jokes at her. My girl, Alicia Fox, stole the show with her different things on there. What was very funny was when they showed Alicia Fox and Natalya getting up from their autograph signing at Access. I thought it was weird because the way it came up on TV is that it was in the middle of the day. It was nighttime. That was the closing of Access. I believe it was 8 o'clock at night. It was definitely dark outside. I remember talking to Alicia after that signing, and it definitely was dark outside. And I remember the walk home to the hotel was dark, but it looked like it was the middle of the day. It was very, very crazy. But very cool to see all those Access things come back up. The only time that I popped up on this episode was, you can see me in the background. I was wearing cargo shorts and a green WCW Starrcade shirt, wearing my backpack, was in the hallway of the hotel when Nikki was looking at jewelry in the window. And I told this story on the SummerSlam video. I was getting her to sign my picture, and as she turned around, I saw the Bree, the dog, and all the cameras coming at me, and I felt like I was under attack, like I was on TMZ or something. It was very weird. And I got out of the way. I don't know how I wasn't in the shot that they showed, but I wasn't in there. But as they walked away, you could see me in the background, sort of looking at the camera like, hey, look at me, I'm on TV. I was on the left-hand side, if you haven't seen it, or if you go back and find it, green shirt. And they walked around the block. Very cool to see all the stuff with SummerSlam. They built up on the feud of Daniel Bryan versus John Cena, aka the battle of the Brie boy, or the Bella boyfriends, I guess you could say. And just to see Bryan win the title again was such a cool, emotional moment. I wish they would have showed more of the confetti. They didn't show Randy cashing in, so I guess they're gonna play the storyline up like he's the world champ, I guess you could say. I guess they don't have to ever say he ever lost the title. I know that they do the things at the end of the shows where they keep playing it up that Daniel Bryan and Brie have problems because he's the champion. He's more featured on the show because John's gone, and everybody's pulling him in different directions. That he's not caring about his relationship. It only seems like he's caring about his career, which I guess is funny because now that I guess they're done showing, they're done filming Total Divas. Daniel Bryan's push has been put in the freezer for a little while, and that's I'm hoping for a Royal Rumble win to jumpstart this again come January towards WrestleMania, so we can get him a great spot on the card. All in all, very, very fun episode. Not as fun as when they went to Vegas, but very fun for the one reason of just being a part of the show, I guess you could say. Not because I was on the show, but just because of this show happened around me, I guess you can say. They kept on talking about Eva Marie being so, ecstatic because her Maxim magazine came out and she was having her first Maxim signing. She didn't have a Maxim signing. She signed in the Superstars merchandise booth that was outside Monday Night Raw. JoJo was right next to her. They even showed JoJo walking out there. They just put a few Maxim magazines around her. They didn't, as far as I know, nobody even got one signed. They had just regular WWE Divas 8x10s there for her to sign. They showed her reaching in and grabbing those out of the box. They didn't even say Maxim on them. My buddy that was at the Mick Foley show, he was the one guy that I guess sort of greeted the girls once they got there. I think he was one of the first people to meet them. And he put his arms out and he said something, and I popped. It was one of the biggest pops of the year I had as a wrestling fan. To know I said I saw that guy. But damn good episode. Highly recommend you guys go check this out. November 10th, 2013, episode 10 of Total Divas, SummerSlam.